All right, guys. So we are back. Guerilla Talks. Avery.
Melvin,
And this is us.
what's going on?
So today, the main topic, and we're not going to just dwell on the topic, we're just going to talk. But the main topic was, can you take your ex back if they cheat?
That's topic. I'm gonna let you start it off.
Hell no.
I'm gonna let you start it off.
Nope.
I'm gonna let you start it off.
I did. I just started it and I ended it that quick. No. Cannot. I am a strong no. It's done at that moment. Why? Because I believe trust is trashed. When I was younger, I think that I believed, and truly I think it was because of what you saw in front of you, the relationships you saw, they stayed, and we can figure it out. And I look back at those relationships after, and they were trash, complete trash. It was a lot of distrust, a lot of emotional abuse. No one was happy, including the children. So I believe if you are with somebody and that is the person that you're supposed to be with, cheating is out of the question. A lot of stuff you can forgive. I believe that you can forgive and work through and stuff like that, arguments and stuff like that. But when whether it's sexual or even emotional cheating, once you give yourself to somebody else, you've knowingly done this. It's not something that, rarely is it ever, oh, this situation just happened. And no, this stuff happens. Like there's communication, there's, even now, like in today's society, it starts with a message, a reaction, just over social media. And then they start happening back and forth. And then you're like, hey, how you doing? And stuff like that. Now, all that, you know what you're doing as you're doing it.
Yeah.
You have all the time in the world to stop and say, this is wrong. I respect my partner, whatever. You choose not to, then you'll act on it, which typically you'll set something up, meet each other up, act on it, kiss. God forbid you go all the way, and now you end up at a house or something like that. But then I'm supposed to forgive, because I think about all that. I'm like, not just the action itself. I'm like, how did you get here? Like, you had all this time I'm supposed to forgive all that, and I'm supposed to act like none of that happened? So where's the respect at? How much hiding did you do? So where's the trust? How can we get that trust back?
I think that's the hard part, right? Like I think, especially trying to come back from cheating. So I give it a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
It's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation, right? Because on one hand, I do believe, right, you've been with somebody for 20 plus years, right, and they step out one time, and I'm like, right, I need the details. I need to know exactly where this person was, right? It's never a right reason, right? There's never going to be a right reason to cheat, but there are underlying circumstances, situations, and I think that's one thing that other people don't even explore, right? They're like, hey, you wrong, right? You cheated, you wrong, right? And you're like, oh yeah, well, they've been working late, right? I've been not feeling it, right? Nobody's paying attention to me, right? There's all sorts of different wrong reasons why you can go ahead and cheat, right? Like there's not, and it's how you feel. On the other hand, again, the trust is broken, right? Which is why most relationships don't last after, right? It takes a super amount of mental stability, self-strength, right? To know that this is not going to affect our day-to-day, right? So like it's super hard. Like for me personally, I couldn't take somebody back from cheating because of those things, right?
Nope.
I'm not mentally mature enough to do that, right? I'm not mentally mature enough to forget the things that I've seen, the messages, right? Or shoot, like you said, heaven forbid you went all the way, right? It's too many questions, right? Now I know your happiness can come from somewhere else and it don't have to involve me. And now I'm like, what is, right? It's always going to be eating away at me every time I see you laughing on your phone, right? Or every time you were supposed to come home, but you stayed out a little bit later because work ran long. And now I'm like, Oh, work ran long, huh? you cheating ass,
When you come
right?
in the house,
You just can't. You can't. Yeah. Everything is now. You're always looking for it, right?
Yeah,
Now
nah.
everything's a red flag. Everything's a sign, right? You don't trust that person anymore. The illusion of what you built together is now shattered, and you can't go back to the illusion. Now you never look at that person the same way,
Yeah.
right? Now some people they can say, okay, you know, we're gonna go to therapy, we're gonna work it out, right? You were feeling this way, and I understand my part in this situation, right? And yeah, it wasn't right on me, right? I understand that I neglected you. I wasn't there for you emotionally. I wasn't there, you know, for you physically, right? I put myself into my work, and you know, whatever the reason, right? But it's hard now, right? Because things will, at the same point, never be the same unless you can have that goldfish memory. And not too many people can have that, especially not when it comes to cheating, right? You remember when people do you wrong. Now, if you got to remember when you love her, the person that you're supposed to cherish, the person you're supposed to care for, the person that's supposed to make you feel the safest, now doesn't make you feel that way. It's so heavy on your mind, right? And even if you want to forgive and you want to make things right and you want to do well, it's just so much of a burden
It's a lot.
to just, yeah,
I've done it.
It's heavy on you.
I've done it both sides. I've done the cheating, and I've done the how we can try to forgive it, and I think that's why I am so firm, because I've been there and I've already tried it, and I know, like, I'm emotionally mature, but I'm not at that level, because I'm like, I am the guy that's like, once it happens and you that's funny because I didn't see anything funny on Instagram when I was scrolling.
It's exactly.
He's like, you know, you get the text messages that come, stuff that you normally would have never paid attention to. The phone go off, you like, somebody hitting your phone.
And now it's all a trigger, right?
You don't
Where
wanna answer
before
that.
she used to be on her phone, y'all watching a movie, she on her phone, like that's just normal activity,
whatever.
right? Now after that, she on her phone, like you, hey, why you ain't paying attention to the movie,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? You missing parts, asking me to rewind
Exactly.
because you out here texting that other dude.
You always talking about you texting your mom. Who is mom? All right. That's crazy because you and your mom don't even like each other.
And now all of a sudden y'all texting all the time.
Yeah,
Your
I
bond real strong.
know what mom mean. I know what mom mean. Mom spelled backwards equals other nigga.
Yeah. That's mom. My other man.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't
I see
that
right
some
through it.
bullshit? You like, what is it?
right
I'm so
through
look, so sick of this. So sick of this. Pack your stuff. All right, it's time for you to go. And then they get to leave. You like, don't. Oh, so you just gonna leave? And it's just too much drama there. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's respect me out the gate, and I think that's what you get when you get a mature relationship. Is like that's what you're looking for. Like, don't come at me with none of that. And this is why I preach it. Don't come at me with that social media BS that you found on some hurt person's. Some person that's been hurt. Now they made an Instagram page and they posted a bunch of, self-help. Girl, you don't need no man, and you don't put all your fish in a barrel or whatever. You got to spread them out. You got to shop around. No, that's not how dating is supposed to work. I was like, that's stupid new age stuff that someone made up along the lines that was hurt. And they don't put everything here because you might find better over there. No, you put everything 100%. When you meet somebody, you're supposed to give that person your all. And that way, if they give their all and you give your all and it don't work, then you know it didn't work. But if you gave 50% and they gave 70%, and you're like, well, it didn't work. It didn't work because you already sabotaged it before you even started.
Yeah, one foot in, 1 foot out, right? Like,
I'm like, what are we doing?
and that's the same thing you can take to any part of life, right? If you starting something new, you start a new job, right? You start a new hobby, you do anything. If you ain't putting your all into it, you're not gonna get better at it.
No.
Right? And it's not gonna work out.
No.
And that's going to be a thing. You're always constantly quitting, looking for the next thing and the easier thing, right? I think a lot of people these days look for easy.
Bro.
They ain't trying to work hard for nothing, man. They think it's just all supposed to come. It's all like a fairy tale. And they forget that it takes work for anything. Anything worth having takes work.
It takes a lot of work. Anything. You know what? And another thing that came with getting older and wiser, I would rather have a relationship where we hit rough points as we're dating. Because if you learn how to ebb and flow and how to deal with conflict and all that while you're dating, you're building the foundation for a solid marriage or, serious relationship down the road. Like, oh, we've been here before.
Yeah.
You start arguing like, oh, you no longer, oh my God, what am I gonna do? She's upset. Like, okay, she's been upset before. Like, she know I ain't going nowhere. I know she ain't going nowhere. We can have an argument and she's not gonna step out. She know I'm not gonna step out. Like, and that's what I say. Once that trust is broken and you can no longer feel that, especially if you're an actual busy person, like you're actually grinding in life and like trying to elevate who you are, you cannot have a partner where you have to sit and second guess everything they're doing, because then you won't be able to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You be at a business meeting, sitting down, and like you supposed to be focused on what's going on. You like, man, I ain't heard from her in 4 hours. The hell? That's crazy. I know she at work, but she could at least text me and say what was going on.
I'm telling you, it's one of those things. Is eat at your self confidence, right? And then, right, if you're gonna do it, right, if you're gonna try to come back from it, right, I think there's some do's and some don'ts, right, and we should outline some do's and some don'ts. First off,
Like, you got my full attention.
right, if you're gonna try to repair this broken relationship, right, and come back from cheating, I'm gonna say one of your don'ts is you can't treat everything as a red flag,
That's
even
true.
though you're gonna want to.
That's true.
You're gonna want to. Every sign, you're gonna want to. But trust me, you're just gonna destroy the relationship. You might as well not even came back to it if that was the case, right? You should have just left it alone, right?
Yeah.
You cannot now be like, oh, well, you can't go here, you can't be doing this, right? They're not your child. That's still an adult, right? They still should have that freedom to do things that they need to do. They're gonna leave the house, right? That's gonna be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be your hard part. That's gonna be your hard part, is being like, when they go back out here, I know that they are so remorseful of what they've done that they'll never do it again, right?
Makes sense.
That's a lot of trust,
Yeah.
right? That they've already broken. But you can't, right? You just can't do it. Easier said than done.
I know. Look, I'm like, can't do it.
Easier said than done,
Yeah.
right? That's one, man. That's a big one. I think that's one of the biggest ones.
I think one of the things people, as men, that we do, especially when we're the one that mess up, we be like, man, she don't even let me go out with the fellas, and you are not in a situation
Yeah.
where, like, you are in complete
You in probation.
kiss behind mode.
Yeah. You ankle monitor status.
Yeah. So it's,
Right.
you gonna hang out with the dudes, let her see what you and the guys do. Y'all can come over to the crib.
Yeah. You hang out at the crib.
Come with me. If I am the type, and like I said, I'm not the type to cheat now, but I'm definitely the type, if I'm in that mode, my guys, and you can say if I'm lying or not, will know I am in that mode. Code red, shut it down. She's upset. Your boy messed up. And that's even if we argue. If I say some wild stuff, and that's probably the only thing that would happen for me. It's like I might say some wild stuff while arguing, but I kind of popped off. I said da 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 da, and typically he'll go, "Well, why the hell you say that?"
Wrong.
So
Wrong.
they will know the next few times we hang out. I'll be like, "Yo, y'all come by the crib. Y'all want to come and have some?" And you can tell, even if I didn't say it, everything will be, "Hey man, I got some beer, some steaks at the crib. Y'all want to come through and kick it? You want to play Call of Duty?"
And trust me, your real friends know your situation, right? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they should be like, hey, bruh, what you think you doing,
Oh yeah.
right? hey man, let's go ahead and hit the Buffalo Wild Wings on Tuesday. Nah, player. Nah. You know, you just got back good with your girl. We can bring some Buffalo Wild Wings over to you.
Yeah, why don't
we
we
watch
get-
the game at your crib.
Yeah, why don't we pick it up? We'll pick it up on the way there.
But ain't no way. Why would you do that?
You know what I've never understood? You in a relationship with your girl. And I see it a lot. You out at a bar, group of friends. And I know who I am. But you got guys that'll be with their boy, knowing that he's got a wife or whatever at home. And he's sitting there talking to a chick at the bar, flirting or doing whatever. They getting close, and you can tell, like, ain't no good intentions. Y'all not talking about the Bible. What y'all talking about? What y'all whispering about? And they be like, yo, bro, you get it? I'm the type, I walk up, I'm be like, is this a friend of your wife? You need to call and check on your wife, bro. And you can get mad all you want.
Exactly.
I don't care.
It is what it is.
Because one thing I live by, and I stand by this till I'm blue in the face. If you will cheat on your wife, your girl, whatever, if you would cheat on a person that you sleep with and you've said vows to, God forbid what you would do to me. Because she does stuff for you that I would never do for you.
No diddy.
No diddy. Definitely. But this is somebody that you go have on bills with, you know, you might have kids with, and if you'll do her dirty, you'll do the guys you're close to crazy dirty. You'll turn your back on us in a heartbeat. And most guys be like, nah, yo, you my bro. That's your wife, bro.
Exactly. Nah. For the same thing. For the same thing. Right? So I know if she can't trust you in the streets, I know I can't trust you in the streets. I know I tell you something, somebody gonna come rub your shoulders, and next thing you know, you giving them all my information.
The crazy thing is this. You cheating on her for something that she already give you.
I tell you more. Variety is the spice of life, right? Because you notice a lot of times people don't even cheat up.
No.
And they ain't even with like the batter dry. You be like, oh man, he got caught cheating. Okay, well, you know, we all want to know what the other girl look like then.
Hunchback and no
Right?
dad.
If he was cheating on his girl, then shoot, the other joint must be Beyonce.
It's
Quasimodo?
It's very, very rare that you see that. And I'm like,
You're like, what were you thinking?
and it's you typically, even women do it, when they cheat, even if the guy looks better, they cheat with a guy that's like, they only has 40. You were getting 80, but you cheat with 40. So you lose your 80 for 40. Like
Yeah.
you lose your ride or die for a guy that just wants the cookie. All
Exactly.
all you want to do is it.
Yeah.
So I know we normally harp because we don't have the female here, but we talk about the guys, but we talk on the girls too. Like most of the women, you get upset or something, you're not getting the attention that you feel you deserve, which instead of, typically if you're not getting attention from the person that you're with that you think you deserve, do some self-assessment first. What am I not possibly giving that person that's making them kind of pull back in? Now if they're pulling back in on themselves, an avoidant, trying to avoid attachment and all that, like, oh, I'm starting to feel feelings, let me back up. That's one thing. But
Yeah.
if you've been with this person and they've said like, I love you, I care about you, blah, 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 and something's making them pull away from you, self-assess. Am I giving them what they need to be there for me? Am I there for them? Do I check on them? Am I checking on their well-being? Because you can have, the biggest misconception we have is that while dealing with life, I need to pull back from people to focus on my own thing. No, because do the people in your life pull back when you need them, but they're going through life? Because everybody's going through life at the same time.
Yeah.
Life doesn't stop. The storms don't stop. You just get better at handling them. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, this is too much, I need to focus on myself, then all reality, you're selfish. Because if that person gets hit with a bunch of stuff and they don't pull back from you, but you feel the need to do to them, you're selfish. Let's not, the whole using all this new age sayings and all this to validate your selfishness, it's selfish. We've come up with 1,000 different ways to say that we're selfish. So look at what you're doing. If you're not doing something, then step up to the plate, do it, and communicate that you feel this way about your situation with the person, that they're not there like they used to be. Communication is key to everything. When you start feeling something, because a lot of times people are like, well, they should just know. Nobody just knows anything. It's a reason why you know your rent is due on the 1st, but you still get a notification that your bill has been generated by the leasing office. Every company that you have a bill with sends you a notification that your bill is now generated. It is due in 2 to 3 days.
They know you should know. But just a reminder.
Just in case. Like, I know you should know, but just in case you forgot, because life happens. Here.
In that same scenario, think about how many times you done got it and you're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I knew, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Well, why?
Right?
Because life happens. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, there's so much leading up to it. Like, I'm like, there's so many ways to keep from cheating.
Yeah. Go home. Go home. Like I done said many times on the podcast, your boy over here is weak of the flesh.
Yeah.
All right?
I ain't
Weak
gonna
of the
lie.
flesh.
Auntie lost her mind when she heard you say that the first time.
Go home. Right? Like, that's why I do not be out like that. I go home. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be doing things I'm not supposed to be doing.
But look at the circle we keep too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
home.
I'm excited to go home. Like, if you the person I'm with, trust and believe. You can ask the people, ask my boys. I'll be like, hey, when you see I get married, you're going to see my wife this, my wife that. Mm-hmm. That's who I am. My girl this, my girl that. Why? Because there's a pride in the relationship that you should have. When you hear guys talk like that, that means they have pride in the person that they with. It's not, oh, she's a trophy, she's that. No, that's my other half. I'm proud of that person. So my wife, bro, my wife did this, my wife did that. And let me clock out.
Look, and if you don't want to go home, that may be your sign. That may be your sign that you ain't supposed to be there.
Something's wrong and you need to fix it.
The time done ran out.
Yeah.
Right? If every day you dreading going home, you always trying to go out, you always trying to go hang with the fellas.
Yeah.
Right? You always trying to be in the nightlife.
Yeah.
That's your sign right there. Because we don't go to the club for the music.
No.
Right? You got Spotify, you got Apple Music, you got YouTube Music. You don't go to the club for the music.
I actually hate the club.
We got streaming stuff all over the place. Exactly. You don't go to the club to pay overpriced drinks. That means if you went to the club with your homeboys, you know exactly what you was looking for. Mm-hmm. You ain't out there talking about me and the fellas just like to dance. Just like to dance. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Nah, cause we do the.
No, yeah, y'all get together.
We're actual dancers. So we be like, honestly, we be like, yo, yeah, we want to dance. We go to the club. We're lying. We're actual dancers. So it'd be like, we rent a dance studio and it'd be nothing but dudes and dancing, no Diddy. So, but yeah, if you going to the club, you know exactly what you're going for.
You know you can watch the game at home, right? Football game, basketball game, you know you got that at home.
Yeah.
Right? That you just want to be out. You want to be out for those. Everybody puts themselves for the opportunity of things that they want.
And you say it.
And that's the same.
It's not you don't do it and don't say it. Like you be like, think of the conversation you have with your man before you step out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we should hit this spot. Nobody says, like, be honest. Nobody says, if you're happy, you don't be like, yo, we should hit this spot. They have amazing tasting hookah. I love it. And their Long Island's to die for.
Delish.
Yes.
Delish.
Amazing. No.
My
be like, yo, last time I went, they had the thickest show up. And then our friends was thicker than a snickle.
Say, yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. How about Hooters?
Exactly.
I got wings at home.
Exactly. Look, Hooters got the Hooters. Like, nah, bro, come on. What are we doing?
Like, you know, right?
Know exactly why you're going there.
Deep down, you know why you want to be out. You know why you want to be in that limelight. You know why you want to, right? Stop it, right? You got to take that self inventory and sometimes just be like, what's important to me?
And if you're, like you said, it's a sign, but be honest with yourself about the signs. When you start pulling up to the house and you spend 10, 20 minutes in the car on the phone scrolling because you not ready for the stress of going in the house, have you communicated that part? Mm-hmm. Have you talked to your partner and said, this is how I feel when I get home. We need to sit and talk about this and that. Because a lot of times once you get that communication where y'all can start talking about everything, because initially it's complicated. It's rough, you know. You both may have to work on it because she may take it as an attack. Same opposite way, if you're the female, he may take it as an attack. You're attacking him, Y'all need to come up. If you can't get to the point where you can talk to each other, then that might be another sign that it's not supposed to work. But once you communicate and you've said this is how you feel over a period of time, if there's no change, no attempts to grow, then yeah, that's a sign that this isn't gonna work. And I think you say it a lot. I think a lot of times we stay in situations where you may be willing to grow and do certain things with this person, but in reality, that person's not willing to grow. Like, they're not willing to do the things that it takes to grow. If people are not willing to sit and have actual healing conversations and growth conversations with each other, because that's the conversations you're trying to have. Mm-hmm. Every relationship, you're going to argue, you're going to fight. You're two different people with two different minds. Like, you're going to argue, you're going to fight. She's been through her trauma, he's been through his stuff. She's gonna have triggers, he's gonna have triggers, you're both gonna hit each other's triggers. It's the conversations after the effort of sitting down and talking. Hey, you know, when you do this, this is how this affects me. Okay, well, I'm sorry for that. This is what you've done that has affected me, and it kind of triggers me here. Drop your wall. You got to drop your walls, because you're choosing, when you get in a relationship, you're choosing this person over your want to feel safe in your bubble. I care enough about you to step out my bubble, out my comfort zone, and have these conversations at the end of the day, because this is where we're going to grow. It's where we're going to become one.
And it's so strange how unintentionally relationships become petty. Mm-hmm. Right, without even like noticing it. Mm-hmm. And it starts from lack of communication, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, we're just guessing, right? For some reason, we get to a point where instead of talking to each other, we just guess, and we say, oh, well, I know it's going bad right now. They got to feel it's going bad, right? We don't ask them, right? On their side, they may be perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. They like, no, this is just how life goes, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody gets mundane, right? Everybody gets into a routine, but, you know, we making the best of it, right? And they feel like you feel the same way. You feel like things are going horribly wrong, right? But now you feel like they feel like that, and they feel it because that's how you feel. Mm-hmm. But you never ever talk to them, right? So now both of you don't know how each other really feels, right? And now everything just becomes like tick for tat. Right? You're like, oh, they didn't say anything. You know what? I'm not going to say anything because they probably don't even care then. Right? I'm not even going to talk to them about it because they don't care. They see the relationship going down and they never say anything. They never bring anything up. Then you know what? I'm not going to bring anything up either. Pettiness.
The moment your relationship, that led me to this. The moment your relationship becomes, instead of communicating with the person I'm with, I'm going to communicate with my friends and everybody else about the issues at home. Mm-hmm. That's when relationship is, you're sabotaging your relationship.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's where everybody communicate first. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing they're going to communicate. They're going to communicate with their friends. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to tell their friends exactly how they really feel. They're going to tell their friends because they feel comfortable enough without somebody being like, hey, well, maybe you should do this, right? People rarely in their friend group that'll really like, be like, hey, girl, you need to stop, right? You need to really tell your man, They like, yeah, girl, nah. And if he doing you bad, right? Then you got 2 other single friends in your group that's like, shoot, yeah, girl, I couldn't wait for you to become single anyway because now I got another girl we can go out with, right?
That or, girl, you know, the main one, you go to work and they, girl, yeah, cause such and such, he looking good, and he been eyeing you and da and all this stuff. But the part that your friends don't know is all the sacrifices this person has made for you. Same thing as guys. Most of your guy friends don't know the sacrifices that this woman has made for you. So when stuff happens, especially when all you do is complain to your boys like, oh man, I did this and she don't even care. I did this and she don't even care. But has she sacrificed for you, bro?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna ask you the questions. I'm like, so you telling me this entire relationship, she's never done nothing for you. So what you really telling me is you that stupid that you've been with this person for this long and done as much stuff as you tell us. She's never done anything for you, and you just stayed. So what, you thought tomorrow she was just gonna become appreciative and care?
We all tell those stories that fit our narrative, though. Right?
That's what it is.
You can tell people who are really, really like open to vulnerability and people who are really looking to be like, man, I'm really trying to repair my relationship. This is really what it is, right? Like, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, but also on her side, this is what, right? They're going to give you like the full story.
Yeah.
Opposed to people that just, if every time you talk to somebody and their significant other just sounds like trash, you like, because again, if it was that clear cut and dry, they would see it too, right? If this person was so horrible and
Unless
so
they-
bad, they would see that too. There's got to be something that person's doing that keeps them around. There's got to be something that the person tells them. There's got to be some type of reinsurance that keeps them coming back, right? Even the drug dealers got to still give you a fix, right? Other than that, you're going to go through your withdrawals and you're going to quit, right? You're going to finally stop. But nah, that's when they come back in, a little taste.
The one thing I had to learn in these situations, if you truly believe the person that you're interested in can change, then let them change. But how long do you sit and they keep doing the same thing? Especially the hurt person. I've been through this, I don't want to. Okay, so how long are we gonna sit here and still be in the same situation? Because I'm not getting any younger. For women, it's crazy when I see women do it because you're not getting any younger. Your system, your reproductive system, is only good for so long before you can't do it anymore. So how long are you gonna really sit and be, maybe it's just not for me, maybe it's not. Okay, so what you about to do, let's be realistic. What you about to do is limit yourself to a very small pool of men, because once you hit a certain point, you can't have kids anymore. Most men do want to have a child at some point, whether they realize it or not. You are off the table if that's something I want, because the only way I can do it at this point is to go mess with somebody else. So you either gonna knowingly allow me to cheat?
And, you know, they got medical advances now, IVF, stuff like that, right? You can adopt, right?
Yeah,
Adoption's always good too, right?
Yeah,
There's
adoption
a lot of kids in the adoption
It
joints,
is.
right? Look out. Like if you
that's
want to
an
start
option.
that family,
Yeah.
look into adoption agencies,
If it's an option.
right? Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
he's got to be open to that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff you're
it's a
relying
lot of
on.
it's a lot.
And you might end up with that one child that nobody wanted to adopt. I think children are wonderful. Like, to be honest, I would love for the situation to happen where financially I can afford to adopt numerous children, because I think there are a lot of children that are in bad situations.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that their lives can be pushed a different route if they're adopted by someone who truly cares. I think there's a lot of people out there that are horrible for adoption. They're only doing it for one reason, and they abuse these children. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But that's just my point. Like, so we went over cheating. Can you take them back? Can you take back your ex if they cheated? My answer is a firm 1,000% no.
Now, I will say, right, you did say that people change, right? And people deserve the opportunity and chance to change, right? Cheating is the same way.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not that person.
They
It's
gotta
not.
have that.
I believe people
deserve that
can change.
opportunity
Nah,
too.
damn that. I believe people can change. I'm not saying that you can't change.
Yeah.
You may not cheat again. I'm just not willing to go through the mental strife.
Just you.
Yeah. This is just me.
Just with you.
This is just me. I'm not saying that nobody should. I think people who can take back their significant other and they can repair. I've seen marriages get repaired after cheating.
Yeah.
I know
Shout out
great.
to J&B, right? Like Jay-Z and Beyonce, they stronger than ever. They're going strong now,
Jay-Z, The Reckoning.
right? They put the whole thing on out there, right? They made albums,
Yeah,
right?
Jay-Z, The Reckoning.
So
Next 50 Cent documentary.
they look like they good. Looks like a good couple now.
So, like I was saying, look, they got so much money. We don't know if they good or not.
But that's the thing, right? Would you let one thing like ruin your empire, right? Would you let one moment ruin your empire?
But the problem nowadays is you're not even able to make it to build. Like you don't. People are cheating before you even get to the empire. You building the empire and they cheating.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like it's different if you get like 10, 20 years and you've already established stuff and then something just happens. Like, okay, cool. That I could probably work with. But you not even most relationships nowadays ain't even making it like 2 years and you cheating. Because most relationships nowadays, for whatever reason, society has pushed to this 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I'm focused on you until you start acting away or something goes wrong. Now, all of a sudden, I don't want to make nobody my priority right now. Like, I've got a lot of stuff going on. This is just a little too much for me. But then, and most of the cheating, to be honest, there's signs up to the cheating. Like, it's like, there's the distancing, well, I got a lot. Mentally, I'm just drained. I'm just, just bear with me. And then they step out.
I would say most of those relationships probably weren't meant to be relationships in the first place, right? Like,
No.
I think nowadays people run away from the work it takes to get to know somebody and to get to really find out if that person is who you think they are, right? We're looking at other things besides who that person actually is, right? Oh, they got nice clothes, they got a nice car, right? She got a fat ass, right? Like we're looking at all the things that don't really make a person or compatibility, right? So we get with these people off of these superficial things, and then all of a sudden we realize, oh no, this is not for me, right? Like, oh, but she fine, right? Oh, but he fine. You're like, yeah, okay, but that's where it stops, right? Other than that, they horrible people, right?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you realize that, and now you got to go through, or you get so far along into it, you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I've been here 4 or 5 years. I might as well just ride this train.
I'd have got so. I think it's with emotional maturity. I've gotten to the point where I evaluate everything. Like, yeah, you can be cute, you can be pretty, whatever, like you said, fat ass. That's great. But I'm like, I listen to how you talk, especially when you're mad at me. I listen to how you talk. Because anybody can be sweet while everything's good. But when you talk, do you start talking to me like you're a dude? Do you start calling me like nigga and shit like that? Like,
Oh, yeah,
yo, what's wrong with you? Like,
You find out how people really feel about you when they upset.
Yeah.
Right? When they're angry and the emotions is going, you really find out where you stand.
And it'd be crazy because it's like they'll talk to you wild, and you're like, I may be upset with you, but I'm still, if you listen to how I'm talking to you, I don't call you out your name.
Exactly.
Nothing. And I probably still, the bad thing, I'm so in tune with being able to stay calm even while upset. You're still, honey, babe, da-da-da-da-da. And if you give me a second, it only takes me a little bit, and I'll be right back to like, all right, let's go ahead and make up. Like, we don't need to be angry at each other for a while, but you got some people, like, they say some foul shit when they upset.
Because the goal is to hurt your feelings, right?
Yeah.
The goal is to go for the jugular. That's so funny. That's the only time I don't hold people to like racism, right? When it's a heated argument, right?
Yeah, because you are angry.
Case in point, right? Donald Sterling used to be the owner of the Clippers, right? Now Donald Sterling found out that his wife was with Magic Johnson, right, at the basketball game, right? Found all sorts of messages and stuff, right? Looked like Magic Johnson was probably wearing that thing on out, right? I expect Magic Johnson to be all sorts of niggas. I expect it.
I wasn't surprised.
You so upset.
Yeah.
This is you in your hurtest moments, of
I
course.
I wasn't surprised when I
You
saw
can think
it.
of any time you was super upset at somebody, you was like, where's all the things I can find to hurt them, right?
Yeah, when I was like, before I did all that self-work and all that, oh yeah. You've seen it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That tongue sharp than a motherfucker.
It should be.
You gonna be a bee in a second. And they would be winding up too. I'd be like, as you talking, I'm like, I look. I'm waiting for the right moment to drop this B word. He's like, yep. Soon as she stop, I'm gonna go ahead. She gonna be a bitch in a second. She gonna be a bitch. You be like, oh, you don't got nothing to say? Bitch, if you don't shut. And you don't even mean it. It's like
the shock factor. It's
it's
the let me really stick it to you.
That, and I used to be the king of, if I've got stuff, especially like when you're together and, you know, if they allow your stuff to be there, you allow their stuff to be at your place, that's like you're like, I'm letting you into my safe zone.
Yeah.
And I was the king of when you piss me off and I'm fed up with you, I'm like, give me my shit. Pack it up. And I had to learn that I really don't want to say that. Mm-hmm. I'm just hurt, and I want you to feel the same hurt as I'm feeling. So I'm just, and then I noticed once I educated myself and I fixed what I needed to fix, I no longer said it.
And that's what I mean about a lot of relationships being unintentionally petty, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that somebody will do, and you'll feel some type of way about it, and it'll hurt you. And instead of being like, hey, you know, you did this, and it really didn't gel with me, right? It's been weighing heavy on my soul. Like, I don't like it when you do this. I don't like it when you do that. You're like, okay, bet, right? Oh, you not understanding? Okay. So I'm going to have to do it to you for you to really understand what this feels like, right? Like, if it was me, you finna see. You finna see firsthand now.
Yep.
Right? Now I'm unintentionally petty, right? Thinking I'm to the point where I'm petty thinking I'm helping.
Man.
I'm like, okay, nah, she just don't understand. So I got to do it to her, and then she really gonna understand how it feels, and then we gonna be back even.
That ain't gonna work.
Exactly.
That
we just added more fuel to the fire. That's it. We ain't fixing nothing. We ain't healing nothing.
Something that used to trigger me, I used to suck at. We not vibing right now. We arguing. I could not, because of my anxious attachment. I could not do we just need to leave this alone for a minute. Mm-hmm. You go do what you need to do, and I go do what I need to do. And also because of the past cheating. A lot of times, because in the past, I've had somebody say that, and I'm gonna go do that, and they go cheat. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh, no. And you gotta realize, you gotta let all that stuff go. That's in the past, you dealt with somebody else. A lot of times, the best thing you can do while arguing, if you can't settle it, which there are ways to settle it in a moment, but if you can't come to a calm point and actually talk, go over there, calm down, you go over here, calm down. You should have enough faith in your relationship that this is not going to be the break in your relationship. Yeah. Y'all bond is strong enough where this is not like, fuck it, I'm done, Mm-hmm. Like, but when you do that, when you do go your separate way, it's not you go over there, I go over here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, y'all should be talking within the same day.
Yeah.
Calm down, I calm down, we come back. Hey, so earlier I didn't mean this, and it shouldn't be a bunch of finger pointing when you come back. It's, I didn't mean this, I'm sorry, because you're trying to fix things. You're not trying to come back to another argument. And that's when you say, well, this is what you did that upset me and made me feel X, Y, and Z, but I am sorry for the role I played, and you move forward. Too many ego. You can't have an ego in a relationship. You gotta let your ego go.
My big thing, man, especially in relationships, is don't hit me with the after apologies. It's too late for me then. Like, don't come over here. Hey, I was upset, so I said. You said what you said. You said what you said. Look, you better think about what you say to me before you open your mouth.
Yeah.
Because once you let that out the cage, it can never go back in. Once you say some disrespectful hurt stuff to me, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my days. It'll never go back into the cage.
Yeah, that's why don't nobody want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Why would I want to deal with this bull? Why would I? Okay.
You like,
you're right. That's crazy.
What?
You're right. I'm over here trying to perfect who I am, and you, and then later on, I was just upset and that. Nah, you said what you said, yo. But then it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy because those same types of people will say stuff like that, and then be like, why you walking on eggshells when we be talking? How come you don't feel comfortable when we talking? Like, because of the way you talk. It's not the way that you talk to somebody on a regular that puts people on eggshells. Especially people on eggshells, people who walk on eggshells while in a relationship. That's somebody who actually cares. Because you gotta think, to walk on eggshells, you have to care about the person, or you wouldn't be on eggshells. Mm-hmm. So then look at, well, what's making them be like that? Is it something I did? Is it something I did, or something I said? It's very rare that it's something they did. It could be. It could very well be something that they did that upset you, and now they're like, well, I don't want to do that again, so they're walking on eggshells. But a lot of times, if you look at what you say to people,
like if they got caught cheating.
Yeah. If you get caught cheating, you're gonna be on eggshells. What I do it. Yeah. And you're on eggshells the entire time. Like, it is what it is. I'd be honest, if I got caught cheating, blinders. I don't see nobody when I go out.
Yeah.
You know what? Excuse me, would you like some Grey Poupon with that? Yes, sir, I sure will. Like, that's a chick talking to you. I see nothing but guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't hear voices.
Yeah. I don't see sex.
Everybody monotone to me.
Yeah, I don't see sex or race or anything. I just see, it's like Charlie Brown.
I just see my girl.
Yeah, you're all I see, boo. You're it for me.
And every face and every voice.
Yep.
So you're all I hear.
Every time I look at a car, I just see you.
Yeah, that's it. It's a bunch of you in my world, and that's all I see.
Yep, you'd be like. That's when they be like, damn, she got fat ass. You like, but it is what it is. Like, if they're walking on eggshells, but they're good to you, maybe you really, a lot of times it's a lot of self-reflection. Like, what am I doing that's making this person act like this? And if you look at it, a lot of times, and I ain't gonna get into what race it is or what, because I think everybody does it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, the way you talk to somebody when you're mad can make somebody who really loves you want to leave because they're tired of being talked to crazy. Especially if you sit down and you're like, when you get mad, you take out all your pain and frustration that you've experienced over years before you even met the person. I've been through this and I done this and I done, but I wasn't here for none of that. So
exactly.
why am I taking the blows for it?
So that is not me.
Yeah, I'm not none of that.
That's the same thing if you're dating somebody who is used to getting cheated on, right?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you ain't even got the carte blanche to live your life.
Oh,
you walking on eggshells because of the stuff they did.
It doesn't matter if you're joking when you say something, because most of the things, like, and I had to learn to stop joking so much because I actually joke too much. I find everything funny, but it's not joking when you do like, oh yeah, all men say that. All men, like, if I'm talking to you out of love and I'm giving, like, when I care about somebody, like, it's easy for me to speak affectionately to you. Mm-hmm. It is. But when all men say that, all y'all be doing that, oh, you probably tell all the girls that, like, nobody gonna hear that shit. Let's be realistic, like, because I don't have to say none of this to you. I'm not, especially if I've already, like, let's be realistic. If we're dealing with each other and we're over 2 years, we're past the honeymoon stage. Mm-hmm. If I'm saying it, I really mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, I've already got you. I've already had you. Like, I'm not trying to win a cookie at this point.
Exactly.
if that was the case, I'd be saying this to somebody else. I'm not. I'm saying it to you for a reason. I really feel the way I'm feeling. Let the past stuff go. And men are guilty of the same thing. A lot of times we'll harbor hurt for a little bit longer than what we should. But let the past go.
Yeah.
Like, and what we're going to talk about on another episode is brought up. So we're going to bring this up on one of the next episodes. Probably the next one is brought up to me. Why do black men often look at other races instead of focusing on black women? In that conversation, and in just a quick, my viewpoint, what you can expect to hear from me, a lot of black men deal with other races because the biggest thing, black women carry trauma way too much. The man that you're dealing with is not the person that you were with before. They're not your dad that didn't treat you right. They're not your mom that didn't treat you right, not the grandparent, none of that. That does not give you the right to just continuously treat him like trash or put him in a corner because I need to fix myself. Like, you don't have eternity to fix yourself. If he's sitting there and he's working with you, you need to expedite that healing. Everybody takes time to heal, but you ain't got 10 years to be going through a healing process. And if you do take 10 years, you can't get mad because he chose not to sit there.
You know what? I'm
It's
going to say black women trauma ain't the issue. I hate to say it, but a lot of black women brought this on themselves. Let me explain. Now.
Wait. That's why it's going to be the next episode.
All right.
We will get back to y'all on that. I think it's going to be a deep episode.
Because I don't think it's going to be that deep.
I think it's going to be a deep because we are going to open up as men, and we're going to do our best not to bash women because unless we can get a female, honestly, unless we can get a black female here to be on for that episode, we will keep it as minimal to the bashing. But it was asked why black men do this. We are two black men, so we're going to answer the question.
Facts.
Period. But that is the very next episode. That is the next episode. It's guaranteed. That is the very next episode. What we will talk about. All right. So that's it for tonight. We're gonna get out of here. Catch us on the next episode. Guerilla Talks. Again, I'm Avery.
Your boy Melvin. I feel like we should be reading a book or something, boy. I feel
should.
like this, like with a pipe or something.
Yeah.
Just
If we
the
wouldn't get like
next episode.
super wet from the sprinkler system. Because you smoked the no daddy. Oh, baby oil with the spice.
that's crazy. Diabolical.
Speaking of that, did you know that they laced the baby oil this whole time they was talking about all that baby oil? I was like, I didn't know it was laced until
I didn't.
episode after the next one. We're going to talk about the record. Actually, you know what? Maybe that should be the very next episode because it did just come out.
I feel like that's just like I feel like that's a news clip or something. Laced baby oil tonight at 11.
But that's why Johnson Johnson was like, we do not condone the purchasing of all our baby oil. It's like, because we heard there's something else in there. Our baby oil does not make you act all sexy flexy. But anyway, guys, we'll catch you guys next time. I think we should. This is great. I love this. So we will catch you next time. Thank you. Have a good night.
Peace.